Now.
Goodbye weekend, hello Monday, but bear with me today. I'm still recovering from Hodag. And that will be our main topic of conversation today as Andrew and I review our weekends. And another week, another historical museum tour. Today we'll head up to Woodruff and hear a truly one-of-a-kind story. We'll get to all of that in a bit, but first, here's your top 4 at 4. Funeral visitation hours began just minutes ago for Hannah Miller, who investigators believe is the victim of a homicide. Hannah Miller was shot and killed on June 30th in the town of Pelican. There will be a visitation hour session tonight from 4 to 7 and tomorrow from 11 to 1 at Hildebrand Funeral Home in Rhinelander. According to Hannah's obituary, there will be an ice cream truck outside tonight's visitation hours because, quote, Hannah would have loved that, end quote. The funeral service tomorrow will start at 1. The prime suspect for her death, Christopher Anderson, has still not been found. Hundreds of artists took to the streets of Wausau this weekend for annual Chalk Fest. Over 350 art creations were made with chalk, including animals, superheroes, and video game characters. The artwork will stay for a few days before being power washed away. Go to the 400 block in Wausau to check it out. Rhinelander shut down 2 wells in 2019 due to PFAS contamination. Now the city wants local input on what to do next. Mayor Chris Frederickson created the Water Action Team Rhinelander to advise him about PFAS issues. And this group is looking for anyone using city water to complete a survey answering 2 main questions. What are the important issues facing the city of Rhinelander, and how high of priority is PFAS? To fill out the survey, go to www.bit.ly/Rhinelander Water. You can also call the Rhinelander City Clerk's office for help. Wolf pups have been spotted on Isle Royale, a good sign in the effort to rebuild their population there. Isle Royale in Lake Superior is famous for decades, 63 years in fact, of study of wolves and moose. The study was in doubt after the wolf population fell to 2 in 2018, but after much debate, 19 wolves were added to the island. This year, researchers estimated at least 2 litters of pups have been born since the reintroduction of wolves. Also, the population of moose have been declining, which is good because after years of booming populations, there's been a lot of overgrazing. I thought I'd include some Isle Royale news with Andrew Keepgafer joining us today. Andrew, another nice day out there.
That's right, Dan. Another nice day followed by that really nice weekend we had. So great conditions at Hodag Country Fest. Today, great conditions too. There are some clouds off towards central Wisconsin right now. While the Northwoods has had more of a sunny day all around, there will be some clouds that will be taking overnight tonight. But we're staying dry all around outside of a couple sprinkles. But we'll be having more rainfall coming on Wednesday, more significant rainfall with thunderstorms, especially overnight Wednesday into Thursday. And then having more rainfall Thursday, but then Friday into the weekend, we'll be staying dry once again. Now looking a little further at our Wednesday coming on up with those thunderstorms. So these are going to be coming later on in the day overnight. And the main concerns will be that heavy rain and strong winds. And we're talking heavy rain, some areas picking up an inch of rain overnight. So you'll see that areas are either going to be in that marginal or slight risk for severe weather. So that's going to be mostly Wednesday into overnight. So looking at those future rainfall totals, Wednesday afternoon, just getting the ground wet with about 1/10 of an inch of rain all across the state. But then overnight is when we'll pick up those rainfall totals quite a bit with at least 1 inch of rain for some areas. The further north you go, maybe more about 3/4 of an inch. And then getting into Thursday, we're not done yet. We'll be having more rainfall totals picking up even further, getting into early Friday morning. At least another 1/2 inch of rain can be expected on Thursday. But right now, it's pretty nice outside. Like I said, clear skies in the Northwoods. So looking out there right now, seeing lots of boaters and people enjoying outside. A great day for it. It'll also be tomorrow with just maybe a couple of light sprinkles coming on down, but really that main rainmaker waiting until Wednesday. So with those current temperatures right now, we're looking at those upper 70s, low 80s. We've seen a very similar kind of set of temperatures for the last several days through the weekend, and we'll keep up that trend a little while longer too. But before that, tonight we're getting down to about 55, so a little bit warmer than those last several nights, getting those lows, even approaching the upper 40s. And that will be under partly cloudy skies tonight, and expect some fog to develop late as well. Winds will be going all but calm through the rest of overnight. And then that brings us into Tuesday. Friday, we'll be picking up a light southwest breeze at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And after some of that fog clears on out, seeing mostly sunny skies, maybe a couple raindrops off towards far eastern Wisconsin. And with those highs at 81 degrees, we'll follow it up with more of those 80s getting into Wednesday. But then after that, Thursday and Friday, dipping on down to more of those middle 70s and then right back up into the 80s over the weekend. Dan and I will have more for you coming up after the break.
Than any woman in American Ninja Warrior history. Flex LeBron back where she belongs. What an athlete.
Flex LeBron.
She's the epitome of woman power.
American Ninja Warrior, tonight on NBC.
A lot of things in my life are interconnected.
Caleb Dressel gets it down.
And it's all about that rhythm.
It's Champion Septic's Customer Appreciation Giveaway. Have your septic or holding tank pump between now and November 12th to be entered to win one of 5 big prizes. Drawing November 14th at Cabaret Cove in Rhinelander. Champion Septic, your septic system specialists.
Huge online auction, Rhinelander, Wisconsin. 150 firearms, ammo, collector car, trucks, trailers, UTV, golf cart, tools, home contents, and more. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
NBC News Watch 12. News from where you live.
I'm not just a Medford registered nurse. I'm a patient too, who had to make my own decision about getting a COVID-19 vaccine. So I looked at the science for my family and my patients. And then I chose to get my shot. That's why when you ask me, should most people in Wisconsin get a vaccine? My answer is yes. The COVID-19 vaccines are safe and getting one is important. Ask your family doctor what they think.
Need a lift? Furniture and Mattress USA and Lazy Boy Comfort Studio of Antigo has your chair. Shop over a dozen different styles, sizes, colors, and features. Quality lift chairs from Lazy Boy and others, all long-lasting, smooth, quiet operation with sizes for everyone and every room. If you like it, buy it and take it with you. It's yours. You can view all new styles on Facebook Marketplace, posted weekly. Visit Furniture and Mattress USA and the Lazy Boy Comfort Studio, Highway 45 North in Antigo, open 7 days.
That is Brett Eldridge from Saturday night at Hodag Fest. What a weekend, Andrew.
Yeah, it was great weather for it too, so really everyone all around should have had a great time staying dry and enjoying comfortable temperatures.
You know, next year you got to take one of those days off, either Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, because it's an experience.
Maybe the whole weekend.
You know, and there are, there's positives, there's negatives. One thing I learned is that when someone offers you a cup of apple juice, it's not apple juice. I'm just going to tell everyone right now.
Okay.
Because I was walking by, he had a carton of apple juice, and he was like, you should really... It's not apple juice, okay?
So you tried it? Or
I did try it because he really insisted that it was indeed just apple juice. And don't accept any gummy worms either. They're usually,
not good.
Something to keep in mind. I do have a couple pictures from the event this weekend. Beautiful spot, beautiful music that I heard. Wonderful people, everyone is really nice there. Really, really a fun experience for sure. And I do want to shout out another kind of wacky thing that happened. So Low Cash played on Sunday night, and they brought in this guy on the stage. And I think we have a picture of him. His name is Walrus. That's probably not his given name, but they called him Walrus. You can see him there. He's got that handlebar mustache, white in the middle, red on one side, blue on the other side. So he just kind of came on stage and did his interpretation of what dancing is for a couple minutes.
And he was from the crowd. He came on the stage.
He was from the crowd. One of the Low Cash members saw him in the crowd and said, "You got to get up here." We all started chanting Walrus, and then he came on stage.
Go Walrus.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. We got to get him on the show. Walrus, if you're out there, let us know. We want to interview you about how I can get that handlebar.
I would love to grow one too.
Are you going to grow a mustache too?
I mean, if I was able to, I would, but...
Okay, you're not. Yeah. I mean, I can't
still
really
working
either,
on it.
But I still do. Okay, we'll work on that. We'll talk about that another time. But speaking of animals, Walrus kind of makes me think of animals. I saw this video from a bar/saloon in Eagle River a black bear at Buckshot Saloon, just north of Eagle River, kind of walking around. Andrew, have you seen any of these critters?
You know, I haven't, and I've been dying to see one, not, getting too close and personal, but I would love to, see one at some point, yeah.
Okay.
How about you? Have you?
I've seen them before. I've seen plenty of black bear up here. I haven't seen any this year, but they're pretty cool. I remember seeing them all the time as a kid in Arborvitae. And I saw many in Montana as well when I was out there. So.
Black bears or?
I saw some grizzlies out in Montana, but no grizzlies here. Not yet, at least. I don't think they're here.
I think it's mainly black bears that's the population here.
Well, I feel like a lot of people are screaming at their televisions whether I'm wrong or right. But speaking of animals, we're kind of on an animals topic. I saw this on the internet today. I thought you'd be interested. In Finland, they did an experiment where they added reflective paint to reindeer antlers because there was so many, thousands of reindeer fatalities because of car accidents. You can actually see them apply it there. This was a failed experiment, though. It did not lead to any fewer deaths on the roadways.
So how are they measuring that? Is there any sort of, are they looking at certain spots to track the amount of hits and then seeing if there's less after?
I think they just did in a totality, the amount of fatalities or amount of crashes 1 year over the next year. Didn't work. And often the reindeer would, wipe off the fluorescent paint. But I feel like we should try this in northern Wisconsin.
Yeah, it's a creative idea all around. I wouldn't have ever thought to take on something like that. So I'd be curious to see how it would translate here.
Okay, well, we're going to talk to our city leaders during the commercial break, see if we can convince them to do that. After the break, we're going to come back. We're going to head up to Woodruff, Wisconsin, and see the world's largest penny.
Welcome to today's Elite Money Minute with Patrick and Michael Marcel.
Today we're going to talk about the third bucket of money, which is a non-qualified account. Just like the Roth IRA, this type of account is funded with money after Uncle Sam has paid his share. This would include things like bank accounts, brokerage accounts, or CDs.
This type of account has no income limits, contribution limits, or age restrictions tied to the distributions. This allows you to have access to your money when you want. However, Uncle Sam gets his cut of the gains. To learn more about a non-qualified account or see how it fits into your retirement plan, give our office a call at 800-469-2040 or visit the web at retireidea.com.
That's today's Elite Money Minute. For more information on this topic or other retirement ideas and information, visit our website at retireidea.com.
A Ford built for you by you. Get yours, built from the ground up with your choice of colors, wheels, and other available features specifically designed for your Ford. Want a head-up display and escape, 5 GOAT modes in Bronco Sport, or best-in-class gas torque in a Ranger? You've got it. And now an extra $1,000 bonus cash on top of all public offers. See your dealer for a Ford built for you, by you. Build and order your select Ford today and get $1,000 bonus cash in addition to all public offers.
Menards has everything you need to maintain your vehicles. Keep your vehicle running smoothly with Shell. Formula Shell Motor Oil provides economical value and performance in a trusted brand. Save today with 11% off. Light up your garage or workspace with Patriot Lighting. This 15,000 lumen LED light swivels to adjust the light where you need it. All Patriot Lighting is 11% off. Save today with 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
I'm here in Woodruff, Wisconsin for History Museum Tour number 7 in our How We Got Here series. We're at the Dr. Kate Museum, and we're going to be talking about Dr. Kate a lot for this tour. But we need to start first at the world's largest penny. Let's go. Okay, I'm now standing in front of the world's largest penny with Marcia Dowd from the museum just down the street. Marcia, we're going to talk about how this penny is about to be dedicated, but let's first just tell the story behind this world's largest penny.
Well, in 1949, Dr. Kate Pelham Newcomb, who was a Woodruff physician, whose office was on the site of the current Dr. Kate Museum, needed a hospital here because in those days she either had to travel to Ironwood, Michigan, Rhinelander, or Tomahawk to have hospital rights for her patients. So she needed a hospital here. So in 1952, the land was donated and the community volunteered all of the resources they could possibly muster. Labor, gravel, bricks, concrete blocks, sand, whatever it was, but they just ran out of options. And so coincidentally, in 1952, Mr. Burick's geometry class at the Arbor Vitae Woodruff High School, which sat on this current property right here, was studying a million. And they wanted to collect a million of something to see how much a million really was. So after some discussion of matches and toothpicks, they decided to collect 1 million pennies and donate them to the hospital fund, which was very, very much needed and which changed the course of the completion of the first hospital in the Lakeland area. So in November 1952, these 17 students in Mr. Burick's class started writing letters. They wrote to first their relatives and friends, and soon the newspapers around the world picked up on this story. Pennies came in from all 48 states. In fact, the last state to come into the collection was the state of Delaware, and it was a Minocqua native who donated the last penny from the last 48 states, and his name was George Grundy. So from November 1952 to April 1953, 1,700,000 pennies came to Woodruff. So it was decided that on Memorial Day weekend 1953, a 1 million penny parade would be held in Woodruff. 10,000 people came to Little Woodruff to see all those pennies on display in the school gym. And on Memorial Day weekend 1954, this penny was dedicated with Dr. Kate in attendance, hosting the ceremony, because she felt there needed to be some type of monument to celebrate the efforts of the students at the Arbor Vitae Woodruff High School. Thus, the penny has been sitting on this ground since 1954.
A true grassroots effort to bring a great hospital to the area.
Yes.
Tell me about what's going to be happening this month here at the Penny.
On Saturday, July 17th at 11 a.m., we will dedicate a historical marker on the site which commemorates the efforts of Mr. Burick, all those AVW students then and now who have contributed pennies to help not only originally build the hospital, but subsequently fund an Arbor Vitae Woodruff student scholarship, which is something we've been happy to do since 2004 from our museum. But the dedication ceremony excuse me, will include music by the Lakeland Celebration Brass Quintet. There'll be speakers. Otto Burick's daughter, Kathy and Marianne, will be speaking. The current CAO of Howard Young Foundation, the administrator of the Arbor Vitae School. There'll be music, refreshments, a tent, bring your own lawn chair. It will be a happy time to celebrate our Big Penny.
July 17th at 11 a.m., the festivities will begin. Show up at the Big Penny.
Yes.
We are going to head to the actual museum now. Marcia mentioned a couple times about Dr. Kate. But we only scratched the surface for her story, so let's learn more about her next time.
Don't let the cost of high deductibles or out-of-pocket expenses prevent you from receiving the care you need. With Bone & Joint's no-interest payment plan, you don't have to live in pain. Visit bonejoint.net for more details on no-interest financing.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
The Lakeland Gem Club welcomes you to their annual Gem and Mineral Show this Friday and Saturday at the Lakeland Union High School off Highway 70 West in Minocqua. Dealers will be offering mineral specimens from around the world, along with fossils, handcrafted jewelry, and lapidary supplies.
Don't forget the rock candy.
Enjoy demonstrations, speakers, door prizes, silent auctions, and kids' activities. Concessions will also be available. Admission and parking are free, so don't miss the fun.
You blink, and 2 years have passed. Time moves that quickly. It's your time, too. You can go to college. You can have a career. You can earn more. For your family, for your future, for you. Just think what you can accomplish in your next blink.
Don't let the cost of high deductibles or out-of-pocket expenses prevent you from receiving the care you need. With Bone & Joint's no-interest payment plan, you don't have to live in pain. Visit bonejoint.net for more details on no-interest financing.
All right, we're back in Woodruff, Wisconsin. We're doing a tour here of a different historical sites. We were at the world's largest penny. Now we're at the Dr. Kate Museum. I'm still here with Marcia Dowd. You talked a little bit last time about how Dr. Kate was connected to the largest penny, the Penny Parade, but her story is a lot bigger than that. Tell us about Dr. Kate.
Well, Dr. Kate was an area physician. Her office was located right here on this site, but her greatest need was to have a hospital. Dr. Kate delivered over 3,000 babies in this Lakeland area without ever losing a mother or a baby. Consider many of those babies were delivered at home. She really needed a hospital so she would not have to travel to Ironwood, Michigan, Rhinelander, or Tomahawk. She's affectionately known as the Angel on Snowshoes because she made a lot of her house calls on snowshoe, by canoe, riding with a snowplow driver. She also had her own vehicle, which was a converted Model T fitted with snow skis. So she was a very determined woman to see her patients. She started out as a school teacher in Buffalo, New York, because her father did not think it was ladylike for her to become a doctor. So he finally relented, and she began practicing in New York City and then in Detroit, Michigan. And her marriage to a native of the Upper Peninsula brought them to northern Wisconsin. Initially, she gave up practicing medicine, but Minocqua's Dr. Torpy, who was getting quite elderly, found out she was a doctor who was not practicing, and he really persuaded her, quite definitely persuaded her, that he needed her help. So in the late 30s, she began practicing once again and started a office on Main Street, Woodruff, in 1939 and moved over to this site in 1947. So
It's interesting to hear names that you recognize. Dr. Torpy must be the person from Torpy Park.
Yes.
Interesting to hear his connection.
Yes.
And Dr. Kate, her story just doesn't end in Woodruff either. She became nationally prominent, at least for a little bit. Let's hear about that if we can head into the museum. Does that work?
That's fine.
Okay, let's do that.
The historic Rhinelander Cafe and Pub in downtown Rhinelander has been serving the Northwoods since 1911. With 32 craft beers on tap and supper club staples, Friday fish fry and Saturday prime rib, the Rhinelander Cafe and Pub also features more modern dishes like truffle fries and flatbread pizza. The large dining room provides plenty of space for an intimate surf and turf dinner or a family gathering over pasta. Stop in and enjoy a landmark in downtown Rhinelander, the Rhinelander Cafe and Pub on Brown Street.
Attention homeowners, we're looking for 30 homeowners who need new windows. Now remember, zip code and location are very important. We'll put a good neighbor sign in your yard, curb appeal counts, and you're going to be compensated for your time. We're going to take those old windows out and install the new Eco Sky windows to give your home an energy upgrade. Beautiful windows, and if we don't have the color, we'll make it for you on the outside, and you'll love the ease of operation. We're Wisconsin's #1 remodeler, and now we're looking for 30 homeowners who need new windows. You'll receive special savings, including free installation on a house full of new windows. 18 months, no payments, and no interest financing. Call during this program and receive a free $50 Amazon gift card with your estimate. Remember, zip code and location are important from Mad City. Call 715-690-3085. Let me give you that number again, 715-690-3085.
It was just smooth sailing, honestly. They just came in here and did what they were known to do, and they were really good at it.
Our high-performance windows deliver brilliant design, beauty, and efficiency to your home. For new energy-efficient windows, give us a call here at Mad City Windows for the new Eco Sky windows exclusively from Mad City. Whether you have a traditional or contemporary home, there's a fit to your style and budget. Now remember, we're looking for 30 homeowners who need new windows. You're going to get special savings, and we're going to compensate you for your time. Zip code and location are important. You're going to get free installation on a house full of new windows. 18 months, no payments, and no interest financing. And if you call today, you get a $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate only from Mad City Windows. Remember, zip code and location are very important. Call 715-690-3085. Let me give you that number again, 715-690-3085.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Kitchen Bath Mart.
We will continue our history tour another day. Just to shout out, Snowshoe Baseballs tonight at 7:30. Get there earlier for pies, and a home run derby starts at 6:40. Andrew, are we going to have good weather tonight for Snowshoe Baseball?
Yeah, maybe a few clouds and temperatures in the 60s. It should be pretty pleasant all around.
Okay, at least we're avoiding the rain. We'll have more from Andrew at 5 and 6. We'll see you then.